Okay, so we are going to talk about that supersaturated solution that you hopefully watched in my other video, but if not, that's okay. We're just going to kind of explain how supersaturated solutions work. Now, first off, the actual definition of a supersaturated solution is a solution that has more solute dissolved into it than the maximum possible amount of solute. Now, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, right? How can you have more than the maximum? Well, I'm going to kind of explain to you how I actually made that supersaturated solution. So first, I took something called sodium acetate, and I took a whole bunch of sodium acetate and I put it into a little bit of water. Now, when I did that, I mixed it all up, and the sodium acetate with the water kind of turned into this like slurry kind of thing. So not all of it was dissolved, okay? So it was just like this stuff. It was kind of solid, kind of liquid, and whatever. That was just this solution, okay? So then I took that solution and I heated it up. Now, when you heat up water, and really anything, but specifically water, the molecules of the water get further and further and further apart as you heat it up. So basically what happens is there's more space in between those water molecules to dissolve stuff. So when I heated that solution up, more sodium acetate was able to dissolve in the water because there was more room for it in between the molecules of water. So I heated it all up. All of the sodium acetate was able to dissolve. Now, what then I did is I took that same solution and I cooled it down. Now, when you cool it down, those usually water molecules get closer together, right? Makes sense. But since there was so much sodium acetate dissolved and hiding in between those water molecules, the water molecules tried to get closer together, but they couldn't because there was all that sodium acetate hanging out in between it. So it kind of got stuck. They were trying to push in, but they couldn't because there was all that stuff stuck in between. Okay. Now, that made the solution kind of unstable. And when it cooled down all the way back down to room temperature, it made it so that the solution was a supersaturated solution, as opposed to saturated, which is just the maximum amount, or unsaturated, which is less than the maximum amount. So got this supersaturated solution that, again, is super unstable because those water molecules, they want to come in closer, but they can't because there's all that stuff in between. Now, that instability is what actually caused it to turn back into a solid almost immediately. As you, again, hopefully saw in my other video, I put one little grain of sodium acetate into the supersaturated solution, and that made the entire thing almost instantly turn into a solid. It kind of started right where I dropped that piece or that grain of sodium acetate, and then very quickly moved down throughout the entire flask. Okay, so that instability again, it wanted to come out of solution. It wanted to stop being dissolved because it was so unstable, trying to being hidden in between those water molecules. So all it needed was that one little catalyst, that one little grain of sodium acetate to latch onto. And then as it latched on, it was like a chain reaction. All of the other molecules that wanted to come out of solution just almost instantly did, because now it finally has something to latch onto. Okay, so that's kind of how a supersaturated solution works. Again, if you haven't seen that video, it's really cool. It's like one of my favorite videos, or one of my favorite experiments and just examples. So I really highly recommend checking it out. It's really cool. But if you learned something, if you thought this was interesting, if you think that it's cool, then please give me a like and subscribe. Again, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. I hope you learned lots of things in chemistry through this video and also my other videos. But have a great day and see you soon.